Is it possible to experience reality in some way that you have yet to know? Do you think that's possible? Do you think that it's possible that there's some other dimensions of reality that you've yet to know? Or do you feel like you got it all figured out? You already have experienced everything, in terms of consciousness that you need to? Are you just searching for more experiences in the human world, in our human experiences? And is that bringing fulfillment to you? And if not, and if you got some kind of yearning in your heart for a deeper knowing, a deeper wisdom, a deeper connection to life, because you've heard all these spiritual teachings, right? And maybe you've even had expansive awakening experiences in your life through plant medicines or journeys or retreats or something like that that awakened you to some higher potential. But now it's just like, well, is that just some dream or, whatever? I keep trying, but I'm just here. This human existence, and man, is so hard, and I just feel so much pain and suffering, and I'm struggling so much, or I do all these things, and I just can't get what I want. I keep struggling, right? It's all these ways as a human that's so hard, right? It is. But there's is a way to break free from that. There is a part of reality, of consciousness, of yourself that you've yet to fully embody and experience. And it starts with living in the heart. This is actually how you begin to find that, how you break free from that 3D reality so you can be more of what you really are. You can be more free. I just want to share this mountain here. This is known as the heart of the Rockies to the Utes, the original people of these lands here. Wimagua, the heart of the Rockies. I love that. I love this mountain, this sacred valley here in the Colorado Rockies. It's a very, very special place, and a place very dear to my heart. And living in the Rockies, living in the wild, learning to be connected to life is where I began to find my heart, began to discover this higher, more expanded, more deeper, more real state of being in my heart. It began to awaken something inside of me. And how that happened was because I began learning to follow that, learning to listen to my heart, learning to find alignment, even though I didn't know what that was at the time. I just was starting to listen to my heart and how it felt in my body and find thoughts that resonated with my heart and my body. And this is the key that carries you forward. Now we call it resonance. And coherence is a scientific understanding of being in the heart. When our mind and our heart and our body synchronize and come into this resonant state, it's measurable. This is the beauty of the scientific understanding that we're finding. That's a very indigenous wisdom. Check these out. Are those beautiful? You ever see anything like that? These are the pine cones, the way they start growing. Look at those beautiful colors. So amazing. I love this glorious earth, man, and all these little simple things. If you're not finding that in your life, if you're not waking up and going out in life and taking moments to find little things like that that just make you feel connected and alive and free and in love with life, then you're missing out on something. These are really good too. These are little tips off of you can eat them. Help you find that heart resonance. Help you remember some of your wild essence. Because living in the heart is a real thing. It's a way of shifting the focus of your energy of where your human experience is being experienced. And it shifts from wherever it might be, mind centered. This is our modern world, right? We're very top heavy, so focused up here in the mind, and everything is just mind. It's all thoughts and beliefs, and that's what's going on. And mindfulness is a beautiful practices to help you come into some peace within that, but it's always going to be an effort. You're always going to be trying to be mindful because the mind's, freaking crazy. And it's just bouncing all over the place. And you're full of all kinds of programs from your life that will show up and be triggered by everything in your life, all these patterns, and it takes over your whole physiology. Your neural state starts freaking out. Your nervous system's, you know, in flight or fight, which triggers these programs of negative thoughts about people and yourself, and you start having all these emotions around it, and that gives you more thoughts, and you try to do things about it to fix it, right? It's all this patterning, all these programs running the show, and you're forgetting all about the part of yourself that's always here. This is your soul. This is your core essence. This is God. God is the very root of what we are. And I know a lot of people don't like that word. I love that word. And it doesn't mean all the things that, all this stuff, all these connotations that the Bible we have in this, but people use the word God all over the world. Even indigenous people will talk about God and all these different cultures because it's actually a beautiful understanding that there's an inherent wisdom in life and we can be connected to that. We actually are that. We are immersed in God. Let's get over it. Stop all your resistance to that and ask yourself why. Why are you so resistant? Where did you get all those freaking beliefs and feelings and thoughts about that, right? It's all these programs. The modern world has been trying to separate you from God, from your God consciousness, telling you people like me are crazy, talking about God mode. You can be in this state of being where you feel the oneness, you feel free, you feel peace, you feel love, and you feel source energy just flowing through you, and you feel so alive and so in love with everything. It's fucking amazing. And people are like, that's not fucking real. That's just blah, blah, blah. There's blah, 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 right? And all this stuff. It's real. And it's not just some state, it's what you are. It's your natural state. We've just been programmed to forget. You've just forgotten that you're God. And for some reason, the modern world, this matrix, this 3D programs going on here, don't like that because it makes you free and empowered. I don't know. Why does it not like it? Does anybody know? I'm not even sure it's a deliberate thing by any one, person or entity or presence or anything. It's just this paradigm of dysfunction and separation that's going on. That's why Thich Nhat Hanh said, your path, your purpose is to overcome the illusion of separation. To realize you're actually connected to all of life, which is God. And Jesus was saying that 2,000 years ago, and the Vedas were saying that 5,000 years ago, and all these things have been talking about that for a long time, and for some reason, the human experience just keeps not wanting to believe it. Much rather believe all these other things than believe that. But being in the heart, learning to shift your focus into the heart, shifting your energy, your consciousness, your awareness of yourself, learning to center that in the heart, it actually does something. It changes how you're experiencing reality. And first and foremost, you just feel that peace. You're just like, oh yeah, thank you. Oh yeah, I remember what I am. And everything's good. I feel good. I feel God. There's a book like Feeling Good is Feeling God. Why? The more we resonate in this truth, the more we're in resonance, the more we're willing to surrender all the thoughts and beliefs and patterns and stories that we have that keep us from living that truth, the more amazing we feel, the more connection we create. And this opens our bandwidth to more and more source energy to flow in, which raises our whole vibration, expands our energy, and allows us to drop in more fully. more fully into this body, into this 3D experience. God here now. You know, if you ever grew up in the Christian tradition, do you ever wonder why there's prayers in the Bible towards the end where Jesus is saying, may they all be one, one with God? He's saying everybody can be one with God. This is sort of the supreme, it is the supreme, not sort of, the supreme knowing that you can be one with God, that you actually are one with God. And it's not some high and mighty thing and religious blah 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 and all this righteous shit. It's not. It's just being what you are. It's remembering that you are God here in the body, living in this experience. That's your divine nature. That's just what you are. If you're having thoughts about that, wanting to attack that, wanting to not believe it, well, where did you get that? Do you really need that story? Do you really need that belief? Who who are you if you're just only willing to believe those things, right? You're some program that's been passed on down to you. You're not really living the truth of who you are. And the heart is what you are. You're your mind also. You can be all these thoughts. It's beautiful to have all the amazing thoughts, to use our body and our technology, to create, to play, to dance, to have fun, to do things together. It's fucking amazing to be here and be human and get to do all the things we get to do. God can't do that. God's just the omnipresent love and just everything, right? And so we created, apparently, this reality so we could come in and experience our limited nature and come and be a body and experience all the amazing things of being a body, being a human being. So all these things I'm saying, and to be in this God mode and all that, is not somehow escaping reality. It's coming more fully into it. So you don't realize you've closed down the pipeline. You're not letting the love of God to come flowing through you, this source energy. You're never disconnected, or you're back, you're out of here. You're done on this planet if you fully disconnect, I guess. Something like that. But you can close off your experience. You can close off the energy. And that's what the modern world is doing. That's what that 3D matrix is designed to do, apparently. There's a controlling energetic or a problem, a paradigm of disconnect that keeps perpetuating itself and creating people who are living such a limited version of themselves. All these different isolated frequencies of experience, right? So I'm not here to argue with you or tell you how you're living is wrong or anything like that. In fact, who you are, I love you. You're my mirror, everything. This has been a great teaching in my life that life is my mirror. Everyone who shows up, every experience, is some reflection of what's going on inside of me. So I love you, and where you're at, what you choose is all good. How you choose to live, how you choose to be. I mean, if you're good to people on the planet, it's all right with me. If you're not, I don't love that. Honestly, I really wish we could all just be good to each other and the planet, but I know down in your core, you know this truth. I know that if you get to the very root, to that core essence of who you are, you will feel that love, that peace, that bliss, that connection, that freedom, because it's what we really are. It's the truth of who we are, and it's right here. And learning to center into the heart, finding coherence and alignment and resonance is the key to experiencing that. And you just keep practicing. Just keep practicing. And it'll dawn within you this grace, this light, this love. And if you can just be connected, feeling this resonance, and be empowered, knowing that you're the one creating your experience and you can shift it from dissonance and back into resonance. You can find that and go deeper. And then you can be love, which is what we are. and really feel that love flowing through you in your heart. Feel what it is to be fully heart centered. And then you can be source. You can be an embodiment. You can activate this God mode, expanding fully and being fully embodied here, and live a beautiful life. Be a badass and do whatever comes inspired through you. That's what you're here to do, to be free and be you. And God mode is that ultimate freedom, but in total integrity, total alignment. Not something you can force. I don't think the ego can be in true God mode. That's why there's something about the camel through the eye of the needle, right? You got to leave it all behind. You go through the heart, leaving behind all the beliefs, all the things, all the stuff you think you are, and realize that you're God. And then here you are, God in a body. You come back and bring it all together. Bring our human, our divine essence all here as one experienced thing, and then you're the source. God mode. Rock on.